Hello everybody, welcome back to my sunroom here on this beautiful day here in East Tennessee. Have to share these exquisite blooms with you all. They're absolutely huge. Let me show you what this is. This is Patinara Dick Smith Dark Splash, pardon me, okay, let's start over again. Dick Smith Dark Beauty Dark Splash. Yeah, and it's hard to talk sometimes with all this color and beauty in front of you. My goodness, look at this. This is the best bloom that I've gotten from this plant. The first time it bloomed, you know, it just had one huge bloom. Huge bloom. This gives you some kind of an idea how big the bloom is. But yeah, when these things bloom out, oh my gosh, I have to share them with you because it's just too pretty. So today we're going to do kind of a really fun video. I got some questions from some viewers that I thought that I would go ahead and put into some kind of a theme type of like interesting things with my orchids. Things that I normally don't talk about a whole lot. I'm going to share with you my favorites. I have tried to come up with a top 10 favorite list, and I've been thinking about that all day long. And yeah, I just thought that we would just kind of go through, look at some blooms, talk about some interesting things that are happening, because interesting things are always happening in my collection. When you raise orchids, they just kind of do what they want to do when they want to do it. And sometimes they break the rules, which I absolutely love, especially when it's in a good way, right? We don't like it when the rules are broken and it's not good, but when it's for a really cool thing, I'm all for it. So let me show you some of my complex hybrid Phalaenopsis orchids. This has never happened to me. I've been growing orchids now for 23 years, and I've never seen this happen. So let me show you some very interesting things that are going on in my collection. Okay, so as we start our Phalaenopsis section of this video, you have to see GZAAS Rainbow. Look at these beautiful blooms. She has decided to spike. She sent up 2 spikes this time, and look at all the beautiful blooms and buds. What a gorgeous, gorgeous bloom this is. I love this one. This is one of my absolute favorites. And that's another thing I'm going to be talking about in this video. Okay, so here is my Phal Purple Dust. Do you see how long the spike is? Do you see this? More than 12 inches tall. Okay, this is the middle of June. And what happened was, last month we had some nights here that got back into the, like 60, 62 degrees for like 2 weeks. Does this sound familiar? This is what happens in fall, right? So some of my Phalaenopsis orchids are already spiking. This is my Ming Sing Red Rose. Just found, that's a root, but okay, let me show you. In here, that's a spike. That's a spike. Haven't really checked this Lawrence yet, but it just came out of bloom, so I doubt it, but there's some more. Okay, so here's my Phal Young Home Little Snow. Okay, look at this. Already spiking. That one is, I mean, my goodness. This one just came out of bloom. And here we go again. This is June. This is June. They don't know that it's June. Okay, they just knew we got a chill down for 2 weeks at around 60 to 65 degrees, and so we're going to spike again, even though we just came out of bloom. Phal Magic Art, which normally doesn't spike this soon. I mean, normally these start spiking maybe, the ones that do spike early, they'll spike maybe in July or August, and that's early. But I've never had spikes like this, the middle of June. And it's like I come back here every day and there's more spikes. And I'm thinking, This is going to be the earliest bloom cycle I've ever had since I've been growing orchids now for 23 years. So these things are just always surprising me. It's just always so cool. So these spikes should grow pretty fast because they're going to have the heat of the summer to, fuel them. But they're going to be putting on foliage, as you see, 2 new leaves here, and spikes at the same time. That is interesting. That is cool. Now, I haven't noticed the miniatures doing that. Maybe they're being a little bit more wise. Yeah. Maybe they're like, no, we're not doing that. We're still blooming, and we're not going to send out any new spikes yet. But I'm just curious to see if over the next few weeks, and I'll keep you posted if they do. Normally they don't spike until the fall. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just on a different time frame, but I just couldn't believe that those big phals are already spiking. Amazing. And this part of the video was inspired by one of my subscribers, Digital Honey, who left me a message on my last video. And she had several questions, and I've been asked these questions several times. And I thought, you know what? This is going to be fun for me to go through. She was just asking general questions about my collection. What's the oldest orchid in my collection? What's my favorite? So I thought, you know what? I can't hardly come up with one main favorite, but how can this not be my favorite? This is my oldest phal in my collection. I have had Phal legato, and this is the pyloric form, for 15 years. And she's a fan favorite. She's my favorite. I love this plant. I bought this at a grocery store. I bought this at Kroger in 2010, if you can fathom that. And she has bloomed beautifully for me ever since. So I thought I'd do is go through my top 10, because to just pinpoint one single orchid, well, I want to show you some unique things too within these orchids. So you know that Phal legato, oh my goodness, she is in the top of the top. I love this plant. And you all also know my GCT Lawless Gloriana. I've had this plant the longest of all in my collection. This is what gave me the desire to start growing orchids. I bought this in 2003, again at Kroger, at a grocery store. And she is, you can't find her now, of course. You can't find Phal legato either. So these are my two most unique, my two most favorite. When Lawless Gloriana is in bloom, she is just spectacular. She is so vigorous. I mean, look at all the new growths on her. She's got like, this one has got like, 4 or 5 new canes. So this is the one that's the oldest one in my collection, and I feel like this is the rarest one because there's just not any more. But see, Phal legato is also extremely rare. You can't find that one either. So those are my two most favorites. Also in the top 10, and this is not going to surprise any of you, is my beautiful Foulloseberry Trinity. Loved this orchid. How can you not just look at that and go, oh my goodness. This one is absolutely magical. I've had this one for 2.5 years, and wow, love this one. Also, I show this one on my channel a whole lot. This is Phal Su Chang Sapphire Pyloric. Have you noticed that the 3 phals that I have shown you so far are all pyloric? I love pyloric orchids. They make my knees buckle. I'll just be honest with you. I think that these are absolutely stunning and unique. And this is an awesome plant. I've had this one for, I believe, let's see, 2 years. 2.5 years again, yes. Gorgeous plant. Love this one. Top 10. Yes. And you all know that I love Phal equestris. Love, love, love Phal equestris. How can you not look at this and just go, oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Look at the pretty purple with the white and the lip. So pretty. Yes, I have 3 Phal equestris and I have several of the hybrids and I love them all. They're just beautiful. Another on the top 10 list has got to be this No ID that my friend Patrick sent me back in 2021. I absolutely love this orchid. This one is just so beautiful. Definitely top 10. I just can't wait every spring when this one blooms. I just can't wait to see the flowers again. And it has bloomed so well this year. Top 10, definitely. And GZAAS Rainbow. Yes, this has to be on the list. I absolutely love my phals. Can you tell? I love Phalaenopsis orchids. I'm just quite taken by them. And that one is such a beautiful one. This is one that Michael McCarthy sent me a few years ago. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's also slightly fragrant as well. It smells like citrus. It smells exactly like what it looks like. And I love that about this plant. It makes it very unique. And up on this shelf are my Felina's. Love Felina. I think it's not just a beautiful bloom, but the smell. Now, I do have problems with a lot of scents, but Felina does not bother me. The fragrance is fruity and I absolutely love it. So those are definitely top 10. And then, of course, you know that this one makes it to the top 10. This is my Phal. Let me show you the tag. Whoo, that one's pretty. Phal Matuo 24 Solar Terms Black Angel. Yes, that's what she's looking like right now. The second bud is getting ready to bloom. That's definitely the top 10. One of the questions that Digital Honey sent me was, what is my most expensive orchid? Now, some of these have been given to me, and so I can't speak to all of them, but as far as the ones that I have bought, this was the most expensive. But boy, was she ever worth it. I'm so glad I got this orchid. This is definitely top 10. And the next one up in the top 10 is this beautiful Tulumia Gyate Big Bang. Vigorous plant when it blooms. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the color combo on this one. I have 2 of them and they bloom completely different. It just interests me that this one is yellow and red and my other one is orange and red, much deeper. But yes, I love this one. When it's in bloom, it is spectacular. So it is definitely a top 10 plant. And I have 2 honorable mentions. I love this Tulumia Gyate quail eggs. This one blooms for me very well. And when it blooms, it's just so pretty. The form of the bloom, the size of the bloom, this one definitely gets honorable mention. It's one of my favorites. And another question she asked was, my husband's favorite orchid is my Neophonetia falcata. And that one also makes it to the honorable mention list on mine. I love this one. It's got these beautiful purple flowers. It blooms twice a year. And what I love about this orchid is that it's pretty even when it's not in bloom. Just look at the symmetry, the perfection. Yes, this is a very beautiful orchid. So I really like this one as well. And my husband did not even blink. He said, I like the Neophonetia falcata the best. So that's his favorite. And my daughter's favorite orchid is Phalaenopsis Magic Art. She loves this one. She loves the way that the blooms look painted. She's an artist. That one just speaks to her. So this has been a lot of fun. just to show you all the unusual things that are happening with my complex hybrid Phalaenopsis. They're spiking so early. And definitely talking about my favorite orchids, that is a neat topic as well. So do you all have a favorite amongst my collection? I have a feeling I know what I'm going to hear, but I'd love to hear from you. And also, do you have a favorite in your collection? Have you stopped and really thought about, like, which ones especially speak to you? Which Foulloseberry, she speaks to me. I love this one. I was going to actually say that whatever's in bloom is usually my favorite one, but my daughter told me, she said, Mom, you definitely do have favorites. She said, you can make a top 10 list. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to just kind of share all that information with you all. So it's so neat when you've been growing orchids as long as I have been, to be able to share that information with you all and just kind of let you know how my journey started was with just a few phals from the grocery store, and my beautiful GCT Lawless Gloriana, who, survived me pretty much, because I didn't know anything about taking care of a Cattleya when I first bought that. So yeah, she's been with me for such a long time. So I appreciate you all watching so much. Thank you all for your comments. If you have questions for me about my collection, I'd love to hear from you. So please leave me comments if you have something you'd like to see or hear about in a future video. And before I end this video, I'd love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. May the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. You all make it a great day. We'll talk to you next time.